Hey there, parents! With summer right around the corner, you're probably wondering,
how do I help to keep my child practicing in math without turning this summer break into a battlefield?
well, here's some good news for you. You're not alone. Whether your child struggled, stayed on track, or worked hard to stay ahead this year, summer can either build on that progress or slowly chip it away. Now, maybe you've tried working with your child at home,
Only for it to end in frustration or tears.
or maybe you've tried looking into hiring a tutor or even actually hired one, and you realize pretty quickly that
This is a little more than your budget can swing.
or maybe you just couldn't find the right tutor to work with your child. Or maybe, like most parents, math wasn't your strength and it's tough watching your child repeat that same struggle. Let me tell you this, your concerns are real. Your feelings are valid, and none of this means that you're failing as a parent. So here's what I want for you to take away from this video. Summer break offers a special window, an amazing opportunity, and that's because this summer break gives your child the chance to practice just a little bit each day, and then come back to school even stronger than before. And you know what? It doesn't need to take hours. It's just 15 to 30 minutes a day of focused, consistent practice, and it can change everything for your child. To be completely transparent, I get it because I was that kid. I moved around a lot when I was in elementary school and I had tons of learning gaps everywhere. I mean, math, it felt like a puzzle that just didn't make sense. But then in 4th grade, I had a teacher who changed everything. She taught me in a way that clicked. I was able to focus in class. I was able to practice at home, and finally, I started to believe,
Hey, I've got this.
Fast forward to today, and I've spent over 15 years helping students feel that same way about math. As a former Florida public school teacher, I'd love to give you 6 3rd grade math skills that I recommend that your child practice this summer in order to get ahead. Number 1, understanding numbers to the thousands place. If students come into 3rd grade knowing the place and the value of each digit, how to read numbers properly, modeling numbers with place value blocks, and maybe even a little bit of knowledge when it comes to rounding to the nearest 10 or 100, oh my goodness, they will be off to a great start this coming school year. Next, I would focus on addition and subtraction with regrouping. They've probably learned adding and subtracting in 1st and 2nd grade, but now we're moving up to problems like 325 plus 487, and maybe even, can you find the difference of 600
Zeros.
minus 158? A great way to go about doing this summer is to use real-life examples like shopping totals or making change. After that, I would move on to basic multiplication practice, and this means having your child to start modeling groups of equal things or arrays with problems like finding the product of 6 times 7 or 5 times 2. Once they understand what multiplication is, you can start to go into the division basics with scenarios like, all right, you got 12 cookies and you have 4 friends. How many cookies does each child get? And then work on connecting scenarios like that to a division equation like 12 divided by 4 equals how many? Once they've mastered those skills, move on to introducing your child to fractions, where you can have them practice drawing fractions as an area model, or maybe even creating a number line and breaking it into parts where you can start to see the fractions. If they really understand, you can have them start to compare fractions that have the same numerator or denominator. And if they've done wonderfully at all those, the final thing that I would focus on would be area and perimeter. And you can do this by creating rectangles and having them figure out the area and the perimeter. So work on those skills in that order. Don't worry about getting it all done. It is summer. It's supposed to be flexible, and give them the space and the time that they need to work on these skills. You could do that by focusing on one concept per week. Try to keep it fun, keep it visual, and keep it hands-on. Now you might be thinking,
Okay, this sounds great, Miss McCarthy. Thank you so much for this information, but how exactly do I go about teaching all of this without losing my mind?
I've got you. What if I told you that I've created a fun and engaging self-paced math course for rising 3rd graders in Florida, and that all you have to do is enroll your child and ensure that they show up to this course consistently.
Yeah, I did that for you.
I created the Step Up to 3rd Grade Math at-home summer course. When you enroll, here's what you get. A full 6-week self-paced summer course that you can crunch down into 3 weeks if you want, or expand to 10 weeks. You'll get 24 engaging video lessons with me, Miss McCarthy, and I love to bring the energy, make math make sense by incorporating music and movement. You'll get tons of printable student guides and extra practice pages, and I'm all about starting each lesson to make sure that our minds are in the right place. There's also a fun weekly mini quiz for your students to see if they've mastered the skills. This course comes with lifetime access, so you can reuse it anytime, even during the upcoming school year. And to make this a no-brainer, I wanted to make sure that I incorporated weekly Zoom check-ins where you and your child can ask questions and get the help that you need. Now, I have to be honest about something. I love tutoring. I believe in tutoring. There is so much power in hiring a tutor. In fact, I have personally tutored so many students. I've seen so many kids go from feeling nervous and squirmy about math to becoming confident mathematicians as a result of tutoring. It's amazing. But here's the thing, if you hired a tutor to teach all of the content included in this course, it would easily cost you over $1,000. If you can afford that and you know a great person for the job, by all means, do it. I'm serious, get that tutor, make it happen. Tutoring is amazing. But I wanted to create a course that was affordable, simple, and made for busy families on the go and on a budget. With this self-paced course, all your child has to do is log in, press play, and practice. There's no stress for either one of you, no tears, no driving around, no endless internet searches on your part trying to find an activity that is going to help them this summer. So let me ask you, are you ready to seize the opportunity that this summer break holds? Are you ready to use this window of time to build your child's math skills and boost their confidence? How amazing would it feel to show your child that these small doses of consistent practice can change their math situation in the coming school year? Your child thinking,
I'm bad at math,
can be a thing of the past. So don't waste any more time. Let's do this. Go ahead and grab your spot in the Step Up to 3rd Grade Summer Math course. Together, you and I, we can help your child to build their confidence, gain the math skills that they need, and actually enjoy learning this summer. And parents, you're doing a great job just by exploring an option like this. And kids, if you're watching, I cannot wait to see you inside the course. So let's make this the summer that you step it up.